What's up fellas, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and if you are new, don't forget to hit the subscription button. So as you have seen the video thumbnail and the video title, Chelsea are the new Conference League champions 2024-2025 season. They have done that after beating Real Betis 4-1 in the final, and all this was through a comeback. So this means what? Chelsea have now won all the 3 European trophies in modern history. They have won the Champions League, they have won the second-tier competition, which is the Europa League, and now they have won the Conference League. And I'll tell you my honest opinion, man. I saw this coming. After all the money that Chelsea have invested in this squad since Todd Boehly came in, I'm talking about Todd Boehly alone. Todd Boehly alone has invested over 1 billion British pounds in building this Chelsea squad and try to make it a success. And this trophy, this Conference League trophy, is one step towards that success. Enzo Maresca knew that he had to win something. The players also knew they had to win something, because Todd Boehly at some point he'll want his fruits for his investment, and that trophy is one step closer to that success that Todd Boehly is wanting. Because I know Chelsea did not go into this season, or a few years ago when Chelsea were winning the Champions League, I don't think if you have told a Chelsea fan in the next few years you'll be in a Conference League final and you'll have to win it, for you to prove that you can bring this club back to success. Because in the Conference League, let's be real, man, that is not where Chelsea Football Club belong. Chelsea Football Club is a tier 1 club in England, and I think the only place in European competition that Chelsea should be playing in, it is the Champions League, of which they qualified in the Champions League in the final match day of the Premier League. Now they have topped that success with the trophy. So for Chelsea, it is a win season this year. The game was fine, the game was entertaining, the game was brilliant. And I'm saying this because of what? Last Wednesday in the Europa League final, we saw one of the most boring European finals, Manchester United against Tottenham. But today at least it was a high-end game, it was an end-to-end game. Chelsea were attacking, Real Betis were attacking. So it was a brilliant game, it was a good game. Real Betis started the game and they were all over Chelsea, man. Isco, Ezzalzouli, they were very brilliant, especially in the first half for Real Betis, and it paid off, man. Isco with a good pass to Ezzalzouli with a very good finish with his right foot, and just like that, Real Betis in the 90th minute of the game, Real Betis are leading the game 1-0, and they hold on their lead to halftime, and they think, wow, Real Betis, they just have 45 minutes to win this game. But it did not happen. Under who? Enzo Fernandez pumping his team. Cole Palmer was there pushing his team, and eventually it paid off. A very good pass from Cole Palmer inside the box for the captain Enzo Fernandez to equalize for Chelsea. And this is what you see now. Wow, Chelsea have been attacking in the past like what, 30 minutes. Then again Chelsea all over Real Betis, and in the second half we saw that Chelsea all over Real Betis, man. Real Betis could not even have a grasp of the ball. And then another brilliant play from Cole Palmer outside the box. He's faking like he's going back to his own, he's facing his own half, then with a very good turn and puts the ball in the near post. Nicholas Jackson is there to just note the ball down, and Chelsea are 2-1 up. And the hopes of Real Betis finally lifting a European trophy, they are going down the drain. Because Chelsea are absolutely everywhere now, are absolutely good. Enzo Maresca, the sub that he has made, are very brilliant. They have changed the game. And talking about substitutes, the third goal that Chelsea score comes from a substitute. Sancho is a very good top bin. Chelsea 3-1. The game is now out of reach. Then in the final minutes of the game, Caicedo confirms and puts a stamp to the win and makes sure Chelsea are the UEFA Conference League winners 2024-2025 season. And to the tactical part of the game, I think Ezzalzouli yesterday was very brilliant before getting off. Ezzalzouli was very good, and Anthony on the other side was very quiet. And I think this is why we should stop watching football on social media, because I think most of the time all we care it is goal and assist. And Anthony yesterday was not able to provide that, either goal or an assist. So it meant what? Ezzalzouli was the better player compared to Anthony yesterday. And Ezzalzouli, I think overall, is a more complete player, is a more direct player, is a more versatile player compared to Anthony. Because Chelsea, like everybody else, they went into that game and they told themselves that Anthony is the dangerous player in this team, Anthony and Isco. So we should try and at least make sure they don't play the game. So for Anthony, it was success. Anthony did not play his game. For Isco, you know, is untouchable. You cannot mark that guy because he's brilliant with ball in the feet, and even when he does not have the ball, his runs are very brilliant. So Isco, you cannot catch the guy. Anthony is locked, but Chelsea forget one player, Ezzalzouli. That guy was brilliant tonight. Before he was taken off, Ezzalzouli was very good, giving problems to Malo Gusto, man. Giving problems to Malo Gusto. Every run that Ezzalzouli was making, Malo Gusto could not cope with it. Malo Gusto today was in shambles because of that guy, Ezzalzouli. And I think even if Enzo Maresca saw that and said, wow, if I bring this guy back in the second half, it will be the end of my club. It will be the end of our European title dream. So Enzo Maresca sees that and he decides to bring Reece James. And I think if there's one tactical thing that Enzo Maresca got right today, it was bringing Reece James at halftime. That completely changed the game for Chelsea. The way they were moving, the way they were making the passes with the Reece James in the back, they were very confident because Ezzalzouli was taken off, I think, in the 51st minute. Then they bring a kid, I think it was Jesus Rodriguez, coming into the game. Then he meets a veteran, Reece James, in that game. Then it is over for Real Betis. Because on the other side, it was Anthony and he has been locked from first half. Then Ezzalzouli has gone off, the guy who has been bringing problems. And you have bring a young kid, 19 years old, Jesus Rodriguez. Jesus Rodriguez is not performing as Ezzalzouli. So immediately Isco was still dangerous, but immediately Isco had the ball in his feet. He tries to look for Anthony. Anthony is marked. Rodriguez, there's no way a 19 years old who is almost shy could have tackled and won the battle against Reece James. So that is where I think Enzo Maresca finished this Real Betis team. Just a simple substitution, taking off Malo Gusto, bringing in Reece James. And luckily for Reece James, Ezzalzouli gets injured and is brought a 19 years old Rodriguez, and there's no way Rodriguez could have won the battle. So Chelsea won the game with that one substitution. And I was looking at Isco playing yesterday and I was like, wow, this guy, actually Real Betis got him for £0. There's no one big team in the world that wanted Isco for free because Isco was brilliant. If there was one bright player in that Real Betis team apart from Ezzalzouli, who was injured and got out, it was Isco, man. Isco was unreal. Isco was brilliant. Isco was all over Chelsea. I think Isco, especially in the first half, he won the battle from all Chelsea midfielders. Be Caicedo, be Enzo, he won the battle compared to those midfielders in the first half. But of course, one individual brilliance cannot make you go and win the game. Isco is brilliant, but you look at the wingers like Anthony was locked. As the Ezzalzouli got injured, then you bring in Rodriguez, and the game is shut like that. But I want to give shout out to one player. I want to give shout out to one player who has been very criticized this season. People saying that he's a flop, even after scoring 20 Premier League goals this season. People saying that he was a one-season wonder, and that guy is Cole Palmer. Because if it was not for Cole Palmer, those 2 assists changed the game for Chelsea. The first 2 assists changed the game for Chelsea, man. You look at that ball inside the box, that Enzo Fernandez has a good finish. It was very brilliant for Cole Palmer. And then you go to the second goal. Your confidence level has to be very high for you to even think of executing such a thing. Because Cole Palmer has the ball on his feet, pretends like he's going back to his own box, pretends like he wants to face back his own half. Then all of a sudden he makes a really good turn, and the ball to the near post, Jackson is there, and he makes a really good head, and just like that Chelsea are leading. So I think for those 2 assists for Palmer, the one for Enzo Fernandez and the one for Nicolas Jackson, those were very brilliant, and they actually changed the game for Chelsea Football Club. So from being told as one of the worst players this season, even after scoring 20 goals in the Premier League this season, from being called a one-season wonder to carrying his team in a European final, I think this is what makes good players. I think this is what separates good players from great players. And I don't want to get overexcited and all that, start saying that Cole Palmer is a world-class player after providing 2 assists in a European final, which is a Conference League final, which is the lowest ranked competition in all UEFA competitions. But I think Cole Palmer was brilliant last night and he was good for Chelsea, and he was very key and instrumental for Chelsea to win that game. Then Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez absolutely bossed the midfield. It was Isco who was good for Real Betis in the midfield. Pablo Fornals was down and the other midfielder was down. But for Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo, they had it easy, they had it brilliant because of that Real Betis midfield that was it. Another player that I want to give a shout out to Chelsea, it was Levi Colwill. Levi Colwill Comio, when he came into the pitch, was very good. Marc Cucurella, very brilliant. Jadon Sancho, when he came on, that goal was good. And all that being said, congratulations to Chelsea for winning the Conference League 2024-2025. Your project is good, and I think Enzo Maresca, if he can at least get good players and a good striker who can score at least 25 goals to 30 goals in a season, I think this project will be good for kickoff, because Nicholas Jackson is a good striker. He has his moments and he has had his moments this year. But there's a time that Chelsea had to bury the game and Nicholas Jackson is just one-on-one with the keeper and just a silly heavy touch gets the ball away from him to Adrian, and Adrian just collects the ball, and just like that Chelsea have wasted a chance. So this Chelsea project, it is on the right course, not like other teams who have been in a 5-year project, 0 trophies. I think this Chelsea project will be brilliant, and with the good players, the right signings of which I saw yesterday night, their negotiations with Liam Delap are continuing very good. So if they continue getting brilliant players, if they continue getting good players, I think this Chelsea project will be set to succeed. Again, congratulations to Chelsea Football Club and peace.